100 episodes, we've probably done 100,000 bajillion wardrobe changes.
It's hard to imagine even who these characters are without thinking about how they express themselves through their clothing.
Every episode has been just a brilliant moment of fashion and drama and fun, and I just think it's really quite amazing and spectacular to be here.
Fashion has played a really big role in the long-term success of the show.
It was a big element used to communicate the world that we were in.
There are looks you see on the show that you then see out in the world, and you're never quite sure, you know, was the show prescient and they knew it was coming, or did the show create it?
There was a front-page New York Times article about the clothes on our show and what a significant impact it had made on sales of clothes by the vendors who had participated in our show till that point.
It started really in the notion of character and figuring out how we could use clothing to express who these people were.
How am I to become an icon of style and taste if I can only wear a burqa?
It's really hard to imagine who Blair Waldorf is without thinking about her headbands or her shoe collection or, you know, her sort of Audrey Hepburn-inspired vintage outfits, or Serena without thinking of her kind of boho chic, sexy dresses and her great accessories.
It's been a great adventure to kind of see how the fashion has grown and how much we have explored and kind of started setting trends in our own way.
All of the characters' wardrobe has evolved over 5 years, just if nothing more than to convey that they've matured, they've grown up, they're not in high school, they're in the real world, they're more confident.
When they were in high school, they sort of wore their high school outfits, and then, you know, what I always loved about Serena was hers was always a little bit sexier, a little bit more askew, you know?
Serena started, I think, a little bit more with kind of an overt sexual look.
One of my favorite Serena couture gown moments is the Ralph Lauren yellow floral dress that she wore to Lillian Bartbass's wedding.
I really love that cotillion dress of Serena's from season 1, which made a reappearance at the end of season 4. Just that gold on her, you know, Blake sparkles always, and just have sparkle on top of sparkle. It was like, you know, staring into the sun.
Serena's maid of honor dress in the wedding is probably my favorite look that I've ever seen her in. She's just the color with her skin tone and the way that it fits her absolutely perfectly. One of the great things that Eric is kind of a savant about is knowing what's the new thing. So being ahead of the statement necklace, and then knowing, oh no, the statement necklace is going away. It's going to be all about the statement bracelet. And Serena, for sure, has been, I feel, sort of the person who carries that on our show.
You know, Serena's wearing lots of necklaces in season 5. It's kind of her statement piece. And we've toned down her clothing a little bit, so I think really we've amped up the jewels.
Her big chandelier earrings.
Where she ended up and where she is now, kind of taking herself very seriously and trying to be a professional and trying to work in Hollywood or trying to be a movie producer and, you know, being a little bit more covered up, but also having a lot of fun with it. So Blair Waldorf, you know, she started off as Queen Bee, reigning over Constance Spillard.
Are those last season's Toy Brush flats?
The headbands, obviously, maybe they were there before, but of course, once Blair started wearing them and I was watching Blair wearing them all the time, I noticed them everywhere.
Jennifer Behr made most of Blair's headbands, and I think at the time headbands were not a phenomenon at all, and she was just kind of like going out on her own.
Eric is one of these people that was just born with style and born with an eye, and I feel like there was going to be something out there that he was going to attach it to and really be able to explode.
She was always, you know, on the Met steps in these beautiful capes, and I wanted to give her a very, like, regal, but also kind of a baby doll, you know, because there was almost a doll-like quality to her. She'd wear, you know, very cute flippy skirts, but then would wear like a beautiful cape and tiara-type headbands.
Blair's minions would wear colored stockings or patterned stockings with open-toed shoes. That was just something that we felt like they would do.
My favorites is her debutante gown, because it's one of the first gowns that I actually got to design and have created here in the shop. So for me, it